Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment, consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over or meditate upon or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Okay. Now this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger. And I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. Yeah. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Wow, look at that. Mercury, Magician, Magus, the Trickster. Very, very good energy. This is some magic already. Let's put that into some context. Ooh, we have your patron card, the Moon card. That card rules the sign of Pisces. Already a lot of good major arcana. Wow. Wow, this is a lot going on here. Let's select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. We're going to use the Smith-Waite Tarot. And this is just one card that we pull out at random. We're not going to look at that until the very end. We'll put our alien friend right on top. And hopefully that card can tie everything together at the end, give us the confirmation that we need. All right. So let's look at this. There's a lot going on here. We have major, a lot of major arcana. We've got some fire. We've got some water. We don't have any air. We've got some earth. So there's really not a lot of the small pip cards going on. This is kind of, this almost has given me some goosebumps on my arm, with all of this major arcana. It's just, it kind of feels like everywhere you look, Spirit has messages for you. Everywhere you turn, everything you do, every moment of your day, I think there is a spiritual awareness in you. I think that you are learning, here is that Magician Mercury energy. You're learning how to orchestrate your life. You're learning how to be the kind of conduit for the spiritual force and fire, for the spiritual energy, for that light. You are understanding that Spirit is working through you. What if you don't believe in Spirit? Well, higher self, higher soul, conscience, higher mind, a true self, whatever you want to call it, ancestors, guardian angels, spirit guides. The most, the highest and ideal part of you. Okay, call it whatever you want. We can call it source, we can call it divinity, we can call it spirit, we can call it God, goddess, whatever. I think you're understanding how energy in general, how the universe even, maybe you're a scientist, right? Maybe you believe in material things and measurable phenomena. That energy is working through you, right? That you are the universe, and that energy is flowing through you into the things that you do. I think you're waking up to that kind of fantastic idea that you are the universe, right? That the magician has all of the energy of the entire universe behind it. And it is just that concentrated, it's like a laser, little Austin Powers thing here. Taking all of the energy of the universe and concentrating it into one beam of light. One beam of energy, one intention, one will, right? I think that your will is harmonizing with the will of the universe. Your will is aligned with the will of your higher self. Your personality or lower self is harmonized with the higher self or true self. The outside of the onion is the same as the inside of the onion, right? There's a resonance within you. And I feel like you're waking up to this power that you have of doing your work of creating. We've got all of the elements here except for the air, because I think that Mercury is that air energy, right? I think Mercury is the only thinking that we need, right? Mercury doesn't need to debate, doesn't need a bunch of swords everywhere, because Mercury already knows there is a kind of a back channel into the brain here. It is a direct line of communication with spirit. And we don't have any air energy here. We don't have any swords, because nothing is going to interfere with the message that Mercury is receiving. Because I think this is you, right? I think this is that part of you, because here's that moon card. This is the Pisces energy. This is you. Perhaps this is your personality. This is your higher self. And look, Mercury is the bridge between the two. Or Mercury is the higher self, and the moon card is your lower self, and the sun is both of these united in one. However you want to configure this, these three cards here are a tremendous spiritual awakening. This I am literally shivering right now, because this is magic. Right? I feel like sun and moon conjoined, and Mercury is right there in the middle. There we go. That's how I want it. And I think this is you waking up to your infinite potential, waking up to your true will. This is you now bridging the higher and the lower, the inner self, outer self, the conscience, the conscious and the unconscious, whatever you want to call it, higher mind, Buddha mind, Christ consciousness. This is really special. It wasn't always that way. I think this is something you're kind of waking up to this reality. You're beginning to have this kind of experience, and it's because of this art or temperance card in the recent past. You've had a lot of difficulties, a lot of tests, a lot of trials. It's like Spirit was making sure that you were the one, that you were ready, right? That you were ready to wake up, that you were ready to have this spiritual experience, this awakening, this kind of activation. Things have been difficult. And in the midst of all that difficulty, I feel like you never gave up your good cheer. We endured these difficulties, these trials. This is being in the furnace, right? This is you being tempered in a very hot furnace, being taken out, being banged around, beaten up, thrown back in the furnace. And you did it all like with a smile on your face. Because I think you've always appreciated Spirit. You've always trusted Spirit. Source, divinity, higher self, higher mind, God, goddess, deity, whatever you want to call it, the universe, destiny, luck, fate, science, whatever it is, whatever you believe, whatever your highest authority is in life, in the world, in the universe. Okay. I feel like you've always had this this appreciation for experience, even the difficult experiences. You've found the blessings in them. I feel like you always kind of knew that things have a deeper meaning or a deeper purpose than is readily apparent. Yeah. The Three of Cups is very, very good energy, very expressive, very loving. I think that this is one of those situations where even though you felt as if you were being thrown in and out of the furnace and beaten up and banged around, it didn't change this Three of Cups. It didn't change your expression of love and kindness to the world. That even in the midst of all of this turbulence, tribulation, you had compassion for others. You show kindness to others. Some people, they'll get here in this kind of, this stuff here, and they'll just come out of it like an emperor, like a tyrant. They'll just be cruel and mean and stern, and it doesn't go well, right? But it's almost as if it can't affect your I don't know. It's really affecting me, this energy. I feel like you have a lot of this this divine energy that you just kind of radiate. You almost radiate this love and kindness and compassion that I think anybody that comes near you really feels it. I think animals probably really like you too. You can always tell a person by the way animals kind of, take to them. Like the cats. If my cat doesn't like you, then I'm going to be a little suspicious too. But I feel like it goes beyond cats. I feel like wild animals even probably come up to you and because they can feel this kind of gentleness with you. Even though you've been through a heck of a ride in life with this temperance card, this furnace, I think you have this gentleness to you. Now, we also have this 10 of wands here, this fire energy that is, I think, related to this furnace over here. So we can take these two together. I know our spread here is looking quite different than when it started. But I think this is the realignment of your energy. I think you are literally, your spirit is, your soul is reconfiguring. You are being realigned, And I think this is the fire, this is the excess. This is enough. This is really more trial and tribulation than a normal person could probably handle. I wouldn't be surprised if you were in some kind of a first responder situation or maybe military, because I feel like you can handle a lot of heat. I feel like you can be there in the fire and it doesn't burn you. Yeah. It doesn't affect your ability to be kind, to express love, to be compassionate. I feel very honored, right? To be I'm very humbled by this energy right now. Especially with the 10 of Wands, where I feel just like you've suffered more than most people. But I think you're one of those people that can see how, yes, this was difficult to endure. This was a lot, right? A 10 of Wands, that's as heavy as it could get. A lot was being asked of you with this. But it's almost as if you see the necessity of it. You understand why. You didn't like it. You don't want to go back. But you understand the purpose of it. You're not mad about it, right? You know what I mean? You're accepting of it. You don't want to go back and do it again, certainly not. But it's part of who you are now. But instead of making you strict and stern and tyrannical, it's not. It's softening you, right? So we're moving over to the path of the serpent. We do have, obviously, this emperor right here at the beginning. And perhaps you were at one point a little bit more, strict and stern, a disciplinarian. Maybe you were a little bit more difficult. Maybe this experience here did soften you a little bit. Maybe you were a little bit more like that emperor energy. Maybe for some of you this is resonating the other way. This is saying that, look, you need to be a little bit more, you need to stand up for yourself a little bit more, right? You need to have a little bit more authority and command over your life right now. Because I think a lot more is being asked of you. Here is that 10 of Pentacles. It's time now to complete this mission that we're on. This card's all about environment, all about timing. And this is the 10 of especially of discs or pentacles. It's showing the very end of the earth energy. It's showing everything has manifested now, and we have to deal with this. We have to complete whatever this phase of your work is. This is kind of saying that, like, you're right there at the finish line. Let's enjoy it. For one, let's not make any false moves now, right? Whatever this Ten of Pentacles is, what are you create? What is your mission in life, right? I feel like it's time to get to the finish, to really get done, to complete it. And to do that, maybe we have to have a little bit more of this authority, a little bit more sternness or discipline. But I feel like your environment's very abundant right now, too. I feel like that's what we're creating. Maybe you're right at the right on the brink of this wonderful manifestation, because this Ten of Pentacles, it's in the position of your environment. This is your relationship with the environment. This is also the timing. It's what is right around you right now that we have to deal with. And this is pretty much the finish line. This is your best life. This is mission completed. So I think you're getting very close to, well, maybe we're getting very close to getting out of this fire and getting into the final, the end zone here, the winner's circle, getting into our best life. Maybe we're still enduring a little bit of fire and we're just about ready. You just have to push a little bit more, and then we've got our best life. Because the Ten of Pentacles, to me, is the picture of your best life. So to have this in the environment means that, hey, look around, your best life is like pretty much here, or you're very close to it, right? So this could be the final push to get here. Then we also have a couple other energies to deal with. We've got that Death card. We've got more fire at the end too, which is interesting. Because maybe what we're talking about here, because, if we look at the 10, it's saying it's almost completed, right? We've almost succeeded in whatever our work, whatever our project is that we're doing. It's almost as if we then have to transcend it and start something new. It's almost like, yes, let's get here, let's attain this, but then let's sacrifice that, right? Let's transform that into more fire, more creativity, more activity. Let's keep going, right? Because the 10 is the end of the line. So it's saying, well, let's live here as long as it lasts, but let's be ready to kind of transform it, right? Sublimate it into something greater. Very interesting. This energy, the path of the serpent is very interesting. There's fire on both sides. This is the transforming of the earth energy, right? We have to attain this so that we can transform it, so that we can, in some sense, sacrifice it, give it up, right? Not so much a renunciation, but maybe a transcendence, right? Fire, transforming the earth into more fire. And I think over here, this fire is about creative action. Not the same fire we see here, right? This is major arcana. This is, obviously this is a pip card. And here we got major arcana. We've got the court cards. We have action. I think there's something being asked of you, saying that what you have now, the abundance that you have now, is not the end of the road. This is not what it's not about this earth energy. It's not just about getting rich, or it's not just about achieving this image of your best life. Because then we've got this, and now the Death card, of course, is in the position of what we don't want. We don't want to let this go. We attain our perfect, what we think is our perfect life. We don't want to let it go. We don't want to have to start again, right? So maybe this is just maybe you're not being asked to do this, but maybe this is just trying to point out a fear that you could have. Or maybe we think we're here now. But it's time to transcend this and really start creating what we've learned, what we're learning here. Maybe this is not our best life. Maybe we thought it was. But this spiritual activation is telling us that we can transcend this and we can continue to create something even greater. Well, let's look at the mystery card. Maybe this will give us a hint. Thank you, Alien, for your assistance. Oh, it feels really cold in here. I don't know. I'm not expecting anything with this one. I don't know what this is going to be. Maybe a different type of earth energy. Maybe a 9 of Pentacles. Maybe a 6 of Pentacles. But an ace, a 2, a 3, I think would be good. Because I feel like there's something important about this 10 of Pentacles, but yet I don't know what it is. Let's just see what this mystery card is. Oh. Well, it's the Moon card again. It's the Moon card again, which we had the Moon card here. We said that maybe this is the personality, the lower self. So Spirit's kind of saying, Spirit said, hey, look at the Moon card again. So let's look at the Moon card again. Perhaps the 10 of Pentacles here is what our lower self, this is the goal of our lower self. This is our earthly best life, right? This is perfection of all of our personality, our lower self, hopes and dreams, right? The picture of our best life, according to our kind of conscious mind, our personality, right? Maybe this Moon energy is trying to say, yes, you've achieved your earthly goals. Now let's focus on spiritual goals. What is the picture of your best spiritual life, so to speak, right? Because the Moon card is about kind of waking up to something. It's about changing something, a change of perspective. It's about a sunrise that illumines the darkness. And we have the sunrise here. We have it illuminating the personality, or informing, right? Illuminating as in enlightening the personality. And that gives us this discernment, this magical ability, the creative kind of will, the concentrated effort. So maybe this 10, this is our earthly perfection. Maybe this is everything that we wanted to achieve in our more earthly life, right, for lack of a better term. And then the Moon here, the Death card and the Moon card and all this is saying that we do need to maybe transcend this. And there needs to be this kind of symbolic death and maybe a resurrection or a rebirth into our spiritual work. So it could be a wake-up call of, definitely achieve your physical goals, your earthly goals, but don't forget about your spiritual goals. And I think that on the path of the dove, that's what we were talking about, was the awakening to that, the discovery of what our spiritual goals are. And now I think Spirit is saying it's time to begin that process. It's time to start working on the spiritual goals once we've achieved our physical goals, and we can then in some sense transcend them, right? Very interesting. Always get very interesting readings for Pisces. There's something about Pisces that's very, very mysterious. I really do enjoy these readings. Now we're going to do an extended. If you'd like to stick around, just click on the link in the corner there. I want to thank you for being here. Right? Please hit the like button. Leave a comment. Let me know if this is resonating with you. Let me know how you're doing. And thank you for letting me read for you. And thank you for being truly the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot.